But this video is just a really short one to talk about why I shoot Pentax, or just the fact that I do shoot Pentax. I was quite surprised to get a bit of feedback from the last video, not on the subject of the video, but more on the fact that I shoot Pentax. Comments along the lines of, why do you shoot Pentax? And more odd comments like, I didn't know Pentax even made cameras anymore, which I think was just being facetious rather than actually serious. But I also got a little bit of angry comments, which I removed, to be honest, because they were just a bit bizarre. I'm not quite sure why anybody would be annoyed at somebody else for shooting a different brand of camera. At the end of the day, my view is just a tool. So why did I shoot Pentax? Initially, it was the best bang for the buck when I was making the move to DSLRs. I still think it stands up as really good value. I know that there are systems out there which have better autofocus, better compatibility, much faster refresh cycles. Pentax still sort of released their cameras on a schedule similar to the film era. I think it was 2016 the last APS-C flagship was released, and we are expecting the new one next year, which is probably a bit faster than the film era, to be fair, but it's certainly not along Sony's speed. Pentaxians call ourselves Pentax shooters. I think a lot of us are a little worried about what's happening with Pentax. Not necessarily because we aren't happy with the cameras we've got and want new stuff all the time, but there's a feeling that if they're not putting new stuff out, is it the signs of another problem within the company that we need to worry about? Personally, I'm not particularly worried. I would like a new APS-C flagship to go alongside my K1. I'd like to use features that aren't available on my current APS-C, which is the K3. But I can live. The thing about Pentax is it does work, despite what you might read. The autofocus is a little bit slower, but it's just as accurate as other systems. As my fellow Pentaxian Eddie keeps telling me, the live view autofocus is actually really quite good. It's not something I really use, so I can't really comment on that. But the normal focus, absolutely fine. The continuous tracking focus, not so great, but I really shoot studio. But the one thing that's outstanding about Pentax is the image quality. The image quality is excellent, and as long as my gear works for me, then I don't really see any need to replace it just for the sake of having the latest product. When I'm married to the brand, will I change at some point? I might do. As far as I'm concerned, cameras are a tool, so I might switch at some point in the future if Pentax is releasing stuff, or I can't get a new camera when I need one, or I can't get the lenses I want. It's another criticism we often hear about Pentax, that you can't get the lenses, and it's true. There is a shortage in comparison to other brands of modern glass, but they haven't changed their mount for, I think it's 50 years plus, so you can actually use all film era glass with different levels of usability, depending on what generation of lens it is and what generation of camera you've got, but they will actually all still work in some form or another. There's plenty of glass available, and actually, as far as if you're a zoom person, you have got three excellent DFA zooms: the 50-30, the 24-70, and the 70-200. Of those, the 24-70 is probably the weakest, but the build quality is not quite as good as the others, but the IQ is absolutely fine. It's really good. The one odd thing about Pentax that I didn't really expect to discover, the benefit of shooting Pentax, is the community. Now I know there are videos on YouTube about how angry Pentaxians can get in comment sections when people diss the brand, really. And there's a lot of people who are really loyal to the brand, who've been shooting it since they were kids. And they can get quite angry. But within the Pentax communities themselves, it's actually incredibly supportive. I'm not really sure why. I think I have a theory, and the theory goes like this. You either come to Pentax through two ways. One, you've either been shooting it since the film era and you've stuck with it. So you tend to be a more mature person. Nobody who's just come to Pentax and didn't start the film era buys a Pentax by mistake. If you walk into any of the high street retailers here in the UK, you can buy a Sony, you can buy a Nikon, you can buy a Fuji, you can buy a Canon. Pentax, which this is a good thing, are not stocked anywhere. There are a couple of specialist retailers who you can buy Pentax from, but you would have to visit them, travel across the country, or buy them online. So nobody buys Pentax by accident. Where if you walk into Costco today, for example, my local Costco will have starter DSLR kits for Canon and Nikon. They may have a Sony, they're unlikely to have a Fuji. But if you're looking to buy your first camera, and you walk into a shop hoping to get a bit of advice, then you probably won't end up with a Canon, or a Nikon, or a Sony. Pentax you won't. People who buy Pentax probably have researched what they want from their camera. That's not to say people who buy other brands don't, saying that a lot of people who buy other brands probably haven't. So they know what they're buying when they buy it. And I think that leads to communities where that some things are a bit more considered. Yeah, I don't want to slag off other communities because I actually have a camera, I'm a Fuji. But yeah, I don't get the same vibe from the Fuji community that I get from the Pentax community. Very cooperative spirit, very helpful spirit. There's a lot more talk about photography rather than gear. I picked this up this morning as an example of the Pentax community. This is a book called Pentaxians Yearbook. This is the 2018 version. There was a 2017 version. And essentially, Pentaxians from around the world all submit their favourite photo that they took that year. And it's published in a book that you can buy and own and keep forever and touch. You really should print more pictures. This doesn't come from Pentax. This comes from the community. A guy called Stephen Obermeyer in Germany and a guy called Belan Nagy, hope I pronounced that correctly, who I think is in Latvia. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But yeah, they communicated globally via the Facebook, one of the Facebook groups, Pentaxians. It's the name of the book, but Pentaxians call themselves that, whether it's that group or not. And they put together this book for the community. I'm not sure of anywhere else, of any other communities doing something similar. Yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily say that anybody buy Pentax because of the community, but the community is something. It's marked by the fact that so when people leave the Pentax brand, they don't leave the Facebook groups. They continue to hang out there and talk about their photography there. So yeah, there goes Facebook pinging that. So yeah, the community is a big thing. Would I recommend somebody else buy a Pentax? That's a different question. If they understand what they're getting and they understand that there's limited third-party support for Pentax, then yeah, it's great bang for buck. And I'd love to be able to promote it to everybody, but not everybody's like me, so not everybody's right for Pentax, and Pentax isn't right for everybody. I mean, I almost gave up on Pentax myself last year because I was getting frustrated in the studio that I couldn't use HSS without spending an absolute fortune on certain types of gear. Then Godox came along and released a Pentax trigger. I already shot with Godox flashes, so Godox strobes. So I'm very happy to stick with Pentax. There's nothing really I need. If Pentax goes bust, will I immediately sell all my gear and buy something else? No, as long as it works, why bother? I'll replace it when I need to replace it. Simple as that. If you shoot Pentax, I'd like to know why you shoot Pentax, so please use the comments below to let me know. And if you shoot another brand, what's the community like there? Is it strong? Do you think it's better? Or is it more just about the gear? I'd be interested to know what non-Pentaxians view of Pentax is. Do people really think that Pentax no longer make cameras? I know Jared Poland often mocks the Pentax brand on his Chronos photo channel, but I think he does a bit tongue-in-cheek, to be honest. I think he's disappointed in their marketing, as are all Pentaxians. And he doesn't think that they're keeping up with the modern needs of photographers in that it's not releasing enough gear quickly enough. Probably not keep up with the needs of review channels either because they don't release enough gear to be reviewed often enough. As I'm sure the guy from the camera will probably attest, who reviews a lot of Pentax gear, but is actually a Nikon shooter. Yeah, has to review a lot of older gear. Anyway, that was just a video really testing the new audio setup, and probably do another one soon, testing a slightly different audio setup until I get something that works for me.